Freshly grounded coffee by 7-Eleven.
This tea from like 5 weeks ago. Actually, yeah, we haven't been up here for like 5 weeks. How long? 4 weeks? A month?
4 weeks.
My jacket! Dude!
I told you. It's
My freaking jacket, man. I went, yeah,
He's been on a search for that for 3 weeks.
Dude, for anyone that listened to the episode that I did on my own, man, I finally found my jacket. It was here.
I said to you, I think your jacket's upstairs. You're like, nah, it can't be. No, I'm pretty sure.
I'll leave it here so I remember it.
You'll leave it, for sure.
No, if it's there, I'll see it.
You trip over it?
Yeah. That jacket. Yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah, kill myself and then leave it because I'm pissed off. No. What was I saying? No, my point is you look at the countries that have cult of personalities, like Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Communist state. I went to Vietnam, man. It was really weird because like we're walking through like Saigon. I still call it Saigon. I can't call it Ho Chi Minh. I don't know why. We're walking through the city, and everywhere you go, they've got these big nationalist, patriotic billboards. And anyone would just think, Jesus Christ. But it's so normal.
Yeah.
And everyone loves Ho Chi Minh. They love him. He's a hero. They named the city after him, yeah? But that's where... He died when? Early 80s?
Yeah.
Somewhere there? I can't remember. But it's only in these communist states where people have still got this cult of personality.
Not necessarily.
Or Azerbaijan and like...
Died in 69.
Yes, 70. So just at the end of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So literally they liberated the city, took over, and then he died.
He looks like an Asian Kentucky Fried Chicken guy. The Colonel. What? He looks like the Colonel.
The Colonel. Why?
Sorry.
That's what you got from Ho Chi Minh?
Yeah.
Seriously? No. Outside of these countries where they've got a tight social structure where they, like the government controls everything.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't have cult of personalities where people just follow blindly, man. Dude, our Prime Minister says something, we laugh. Like, who are you, man?
Yeah, but that's how we are, like, as Aussies.
Yeah, what, you saying they don't do that in Europe?
Necessarily.
Come on, man. Unless you go to the Middle East. But this is my point. Those social structures and those government setups, as far as democracies, because they're not democracies, yeah?
No.
They're set back 100 years.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get... Yeah, I understand completely what you're saying.
Dude,
yeah.
Was it Saudi Arabia that just gave women the right to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of these countries, very few of them are still holding on to these medieval sort of...
Yeah, these
political
archaic...
structures.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but, I completely understand, but what I'm saying is, like...
I completely understand, but...
But, no, what I'm getting at
There's always
that's the
a
crux
but.
of every argument you've ever made. Yeah, I completely get it, but... this is why I think you're wrong.
like, let's say, like I was saying, in like 5 generations from now, all right? There's not that thought. It's not a very popular thought, but there's people who there are Holocaust deniers. All right, there's people out there, but it's not like something that is like very mainstream.
No, it's not a prevalent argument.
No,
it's a small group.
It's and it's looked down on a lot. That's because we know, like people, there's proof that it happened, and you still got some survivors that are around. And as long as those survivors are around, they'll talk about it as much as they can. Now, let's say in 5 generations when there are no survivors and there is nobody from this generation alive to talk about it, how much history will be, like let's say if something happens, like some sort of catalyst, like your war or whatever, like stuff, like nothing ever stays the same. So, governments are going to, like, this is probably the most stable, like, in probably world history, like, a lot of, like, governments have been.
As in world relations?
Yeah. Probably
So
world relations.
As far as world relations go, this is the most
probably stable for a while, yeah.
Then why are we at 2 minutes to midnight?
People are too antsy. But
it's just got to do with... It's just a lot of it's got to do with, like, Trump.
Yeah, probably.
And
but, like,
Fat Boy.
Yeah, so in, like, so many generations from now, people might look back and, like, well, we've got written down documentation that there was a Holocaust, but... we're actually looking at it, and maybe...
I'm telling you, the way it's taught in like Jewish schools and stuff, that shit will never die.
Oh, no. But that was just as an example, but I'm saying other stuff. So then, who's to say, like, a propaganda dude can rise up in Australia or in... It's... like ridiculous
It'll be
to
this
think
guy. You know that, right?
Like, I mean, it's ridiculous to say it now, but like, it was probably ridiculous to think that back in, like, whenever.
I'm never against the idea of revolution. I'm talking about changing the
love
course.
revolution.
I'm just talking about changing the course of everything.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in time, things change everywhere. So, in a country that, like, as, you know, America, let's just say as an example for America, or here, wherever, any country that you think nothing is going to stay on course for years to come, and in, say, 5, 6, 10 generations from now, things can easily change. And, you know, it could be like, whether it's a war, economic, you know, downfall, whatever it is, like, things can change that can just easily leave a vacuum.
Okay.
And then that vacuum can easily someone can
Quick
jump
question.
in
What was the biggest war before World War One?
there. Before World War One was, it had to do with, I think it was like Napoleon, like that
was
period, like late
When was
1800s.
1800s.
1870, something like that. I know there was a war between Germany and France that went for like 3 or 8, like about 8 years or something.
This is before 1900.
Yeah.
Went for quite a while. 1803 to 1815 was the Napoleon War.
Yeah. And so Napoleon got taken down by a coalition of European countries. So it was Russia, England, Spain, I think. So it was like a little mini European war, like a world war, but just based in Europe.
Yeah.
And it was just all the main superpowers against France. Like we think World War One is like World War Two is the biggest thing, but there's been wars that have gone on.
No. World War One was meant to be the war that ended all wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't.
No,
What?
it was just the introduction of the industrial, warfare.
Dude, that's what. Well, I was watching a lot of videos online about PTSD victims from World War One.
Oh.
And they're probably the most horrific things I've seen.
You've seen footage of some of these dudes.
Yeah.
They're just like
Yeah, they've
full on-
got like the gate, they can't walk,
Like,
or
the
the
full on
PTSD.
Oh,
the
it's hard
first
to
symptoms
watch.
of shell shock.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, Malaka, World War One. World War One was the first time any form of industrial sort of mechanics were brought into war.
Yeah.
So they went from knights in shining armour
To these
literally
machines.
to having machine gun turrets,
So they wouldn't have an idea of
bombers.
that podcast I told you about with Dan Carlin,
yeah.
the World War One.
Yeah.
You gotta if you want to get an idea, you have to listen to that. It's like 6 parts, and he actually reads from journals from officers and soldiers.
Yeah.
And like the introduction of artillery in the past had always been around. Like artillery, like with Napoleon, was just cannons, and a cannon would land and it'd just make a little crater, maybe take a few dudes out. They'd have
You were
different
cannon
types.
fodder, man.
Yeah.
You know,
In World War One, cannons were shooting from Belgium, and they were landing in Paris.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the way they described artillery is there's no way to describe it. And the best way this is from a dude's journal. He goes, the best way to describe it is if you're tied to a post, blindfolded, and you know something's coming, and you just not blindfolded, you actually see it coming like a hammer.
What can you do, kind of thing?
Like you're tied like this, you see this hammer coming right for your head, and just at the last you're expecting it to hit you in the face, and at the last absolute microsecond, it hits the post above your head. But constantly, just over and over and over.
That's actually making my stomach turn because I'm picturing it.
Because they made it an art form.
Yeah.
Like they could make them land consistently,
Within
all
a
this
metre.
artillery
Yes.
would land, and then soldiers could walk directly behind it as it was landing, without having
Just clearing the way, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that was the first time anyone had ever seen that in history. Dude, can you imagine
It was all
that
new.
shit?
It was all
For 200 years, you got horses, guys with poles and bows and arrows, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, here's a German with a massive liquidating people, man.
So it's like us. If we see something new now, let's say a war breaks out and we see something new, like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah.
We'd be like, we're in trouble.
But that's what I'm saying.
The laser, something. Who knows
Now,
what it is? Yeah.
dude, now you watch people get torn up on TV, like in Syria. You get moved by it, but it's only when you see the humans behind it, where they're sitting on the street cradling their dead kids or something. That's when it actually bothers you. But you watch the drone attacks, it's like a video game.
even the drone attacks now. That came under Obama's thing. He started a lot of that drone stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing he's been criticised over.
Yeah.
Because the amount of collateral deaths that have come along
civilians and stuff.
because that wasn't even the person they were supposed to kill, but he kind of looked like him, so they killed him.
Had a beard.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. The amount of casualties that a non-military, like the people, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We're all getting sort of programmed where everything's being monitored.
Yeah.
Like, thinking about when the French Revolution happened, no one was being monitored the way they're being monitored now.
No.
It's easy to become a cult of personality back 100 years ago because you could move around freely, could do whatever you wanted. No one would track you. Here, dude, I've been monitored like 8 times since I left the house. Probably more because my phone's constantly pinging. You know when someone goes missing and then they check the ping reports on your phone? It's like, oh yeah, his phone was last pinged somewhere near,
hit a tower off
Wagga
Stinger.
Wagga, off a tower.
Dude, man, my brother works for Samsung, all right? He was telling me this, all right? Even if you turn this off, it's still listening to you. It still hears you. And he's like he was telling a story about how a family friend of his was, they were talking about porn, whatever, all right? And an hour later, they're at the shopping centre, and the phone just starts up, and it just goes to a site just with porn.
Really?
In the middle of the shopping centre, like in the middle of the Coles.
So they're just talking about it?
They were just talking about it, and it came up.
Was it a cover-up?
No. Like, that's what happened. Like, I'll believe. He talks a lot of crap, but, like,
Yeah.
And I was a little bit like, yeah. Then, this is what happened at home. My sister was talking to my mum. They said something in Italian, in an Italian phrase. All right? 2 hours, like an hour later or whatever, her phone just started up, and the exact same phrase that she had said came up in Italian in the Google search bar. Like, where would you find that in Italy?
Blah, yeah.
And it came up with the exact same phrase. It didn't have, it came up not as they were talking. It came up a couple hours later in another room somewhere else, and they were talking about something completely different.
How is that legal?
No, it's not.
But that's what I'm saying. Where does it end?
We could talk, like, if you want proof in the pudding, like, if you want it, you bring up anything you want to talk about today.
Yeah.
Like, as something you would normally not talk about, like lizard people, all right? Lizard people overlords, all right?
Yeah. Illuminati, Anunnaki.
Lizard people overlords.
Yeah.
And then within 2 weeks, watch how many, articles will pop up on your phone referencing lizard people overlords. In your YouTube for recommended stuff and for, articles and anything that
I know
requires a feed or a link, it'll pop up.
I know your phone already works on the algorithms of what you've searched and what you've typed. So if I'm typing you guys, it'll come up in Google.
Like, if I'm on eBay, if I jump on my Facebook, it'll come up with suggested posts about what I've bought or what I've looked at.
That's algorithms that are running,
Yeah.
But the voice thing's...
Yeah, definitely. And especially if, it's because I think it's got to do with your GPS if you've got it on. But even if you turn it off, it still does it. Even if you turn your phone off.
They never had these problems with the Nokia 5110s, mate.
But this is all phones.
You
all new
realise
smartphones. All new smartphones.
This social credit system in China, it already exists here. You run a bad check or you default on a loan or something.
Points deducted, mate.
And it's across the board. You'll go to totally unrelated mortgage brokers or you could default on a loan on a car 10 years ago, then you go to get a credit card tomorrow on a contract and flagged. Yeah, that's it. That shit doesn't go away.
Your interest rate's going to be a little higher. How much higher? Look, you're going to be paying about 27%.
Literally. No, but you know what I mean?
Start putting cash under the mattress.
Yeah.
We're already on that network.
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, but I think the one in China is you as a citizen, how much longer do you get to stay around?
Yeah, that's
not
next level.
If I was to light up a smoke in a place I wasn't meant to light up a smoke.
Yeah.
Points deducted. Shit like
Nick,
that.
You've only got 2 points left. You better watch it. We're going to ship you off to...
I don't care. Nick disappears. Where's Nick gone? I haven't seen him in 3 weeks.
They sent him to Mongolia.
The island.
What did I say yesterday? I got an email from... what's it called?
He's living with the horde now.
Dude, it was yesterday.
They have him now.
I was talking to you and Malaka yesterday. I got an email sent to me from a TAFE sort of uni.
Oh, that's...
Future Demetrius, well, thank you for this.
Yeah.
And I said...
I like that as well.
Okay, Future Demetrius doesn't have any money. This guy's Future Demetrius doesn't get fined.
This is the future week.
Okay, yeah, Future Demetrius is doing 10 to 18. Future Demetrius had a biased jury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, how can you predict the future? Seriously, it's these marketing spiels that really piss me off. I just think about it, like, where we've come and where we're going to be in, like, 20 years.
Well, like, you know, your Facebook stuff, like, the algorithms running on that apparently are so accurate. Like, just by what you search, these algorithms can determine, like, whether you're male, female, your age bracket.
Yeah, dude.
Single. Yeah. Like, single or in a,
dude,
like,
I'll go
like
on
married.
Facebook right now, right?
Like, it's
and
so
it'll come up
accurate.
with things that I was thinking about. Yeah? Not even search. It's fucking trippy.
Yeah.
Like something that I've been thinking, maybe I should buy that. And then it'll come up on my Facebook. Yeah. And it's just like...
It's that, like, full on.
It's fucked up.
Yep.
It's fucked up. Like, we're monitored 24/7. Simple as
You do
that.
it to yourself by putting photos up of, like, your kids or your work or, you know, what you ate and blah, blah, blah.
No, this is like stuff that, like, it's like eBay stuff. And it'll come straight onto my Facebook.
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
I don't know, but what point... I don't know, it's hard... I hate going down this rabbit hole, man, because I cop it all the time. Like, shutting down Facebook was probably the best thing I ever did. My quality of life has not been affected. Does that make sense?
Because what do you mean? Like, we grew up without Facebook. So we know what it's like not to have Facebook.
Yeah.
So the new generation of these kids, they don't know what it's like not to have Facebook. It's like, oh, fuck, man. I actually have Facebook, man.
Yeah. I found a video where some dude, I think he's an author, Simon Sinek, I think his name is, and he's just talking about, he's actually talking about, like, how the millennials, how they are now, like, why they're, like, they reckon one of the toughest generations that they've, like, the way they're not prepared for the world because of certain factors. And he explains it over, like, four factors: parenting,
helicopter parenting, and cuddling,
environmental, social stuff like that. But he brings out about the social media and how everything on social media, the way it's set up is that every time you get a like, it's like instant gratification.
Yeah,
because you want those likes, you want those followers, and so every time you get that like and you get that follower, your brain's getting dopamine released into your brain.
Yeah, because you've been patted on the back.
And dopamine, and this is what he brings out, he goes, dopamine is what your body releases when you smoke, when you drink alcohol, and when you have sex.
They're stimulants.
All right? They're stimulants.
Yeah, of course.
And these are all regulated.
Hey, try doing all three at the same time. Fucking mad.
On Facebook, while you're with a bird and having a durry,
and you're taking a shot of tequila, mate.
Oh, and gambling. And he goes gambling. He goes, all these things.
You've got the slots on your phone. On the iPad.
And
that's a brain explosion.
The Lord Shiva, just the multiple
the king, mate.
And he goes, these are all regulated things, you know, you have to be 18 to gamble, you have to be 18 to drink and all this. And he goes, and yet, you know, for kids growing up, it's like 5-year-olds are getting phones and they're getting social media accounts straight away. Like, you know,
so you're saying the dopamine starts early.
It starts very early, and it's an addictive. And that's why all these like gambling and all that are addictions. They can become addictions because people just want to do them all the time because the dopamine's being released. So he's saying that's what's the same thing with your phone. Like, surveys have been done and they've found, like, it's released when you get a like or when you get a follow or something of yours is approved by your peers. And so saying there's that addiction there that isn't allowing them to get away from it.
Okay.
So they just want to stick around on it, and they're on it all the time.
Isn't that like...
So they're not building, like, relationships with real people.
So, to play devil's advocate, wouldn't that be like playing a video game and getting trophies?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Like getting rewarded by your achievements.
Yeah, well, that's what the game loop is on a lot of games. That loop is... they've done... There's studies been done, and the closest thing that playing a video game resembles, like, it's not a massive link, but it's a slight link, is gambling.
Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah, no, but, like, the way it's set up, it's
and your brain reacting to it.
There's a slight link between.
You're very true about the smoking side of things, man. I'll be at work and I'm like, okay, if I finish this stuff, I'll go and have a cigarette. Kind of thing. It's like a reward system.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah, well, that's your palate for, like, doing whatever you've done.
I'll do that and I'll go kill myself with a cigarette. It's bad.
But that's the thing, man. I used to say that to people when I told them I didn't watch reality TV and I don't smoke or anything and I don't have Facebook. Like, what the hell do you do? Well, I find other things to occupy my time with.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Like living.
No, but there's other shit to do, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just life. Like, did you think our ancestors ever envisioned us working in cubicles every day?
Did our ancestors ever think we'll be watching a TV show of people watching a TV show?
That's what bothers me the
That
most, man.
pisses me.
Yeah.
That Gogglebox thing.
I know.
We're watching people watch TV.
Yeah, I know. And then they complain about like a scene in a movie where the guy was literally like in the Justice League movie, like the first one where Batman, Superman, they literally complained about the fact that Batman learns about others, like not Batman, Wonder Woman learns about other heroes through her watching a camera footage of other superheroes.
Yeah.
It's like she's watching a video of a video.
So?
But then they're up in arms like it's the best show, Gogglebox. Like,
Such a
they're doing the exact same
man.
thing.
There's another show, or maybe it's on YouTube, of people's reactions to Gogglebox reactions.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucked. Yeah.
Dude, think about, okay.
I'm just thinking of Spaceballs. There's a meme running where it's like they're comparing The Last Jedi
Yeah.
to the second one, The Last Jedi, to Spaceballs.
Yeah.
It's got the same story.
Oh.
Because it's like her standing in a cave that's endless. It just keeps repeating, and then they've got the image of them with the hand, and it's everything's identical.
I was going to say, dude, think about the jobs, right? If you get on Seek right now and do a search, yeah? You got your shop fitters, your turners and fitters or whatever, truckie needed, blah, 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 managing director, blah, 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 needed, creative director. But then, can you imagine explaining to your relatives 200 years ago that your job is to sit in a call center and call people to ask them about insurance?
They'd be like, what's a call center? What's a phone?
Yeah.
But then, like, what would they be doing? Like, they'd probably be doing stuff we've never heard of.
No, like what?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, think about it. Go back.
Oxen carting the fields.
Dude, all right.
What's an ox?
We've been stuck on 100 years right now, yeah? Like we keep talking about World War One in that turn of the century. So look at what my grandfather would have been doing, because he was born in, I think, 1918 or somewhere there. Yeah? He died at 103 and he died in 98. So what's that?
That's
98.
a decent knock.
1895.
2008, sorry, not 98.
1895.
That's a mad knock.
103. Yeah. But, dude, I said this to someone the other day. I go, he died at 103, but he didn't know anything outside of that village.
Right. Yeah,
that's
that house. He went as far as going to the next village to steal my grandmother.
Yep.
He got arrested. They stole a woman from the other village and to marry her.
Get it!
They're legit.
He did a what's that movie? Princess
Bride.
Not Princess Bride.
What?
7 Brothers for 7 Brides. That's what it is.
I haven't seen it.
It's an old 40s movie.
Oh, okay.
It's like these 7 brothers go to a town and steal 7 sisters.
Yeah.
And then they marry them all. It's like a redneck, like an old school. It's a singing, like a sing. It's a singing. It's a musical, and it's like they go to a town and they take all the women, and then they marry them.
Okay, but think about that. Yeah, like he lived to 103. Dude, when he died, he had his great grandkids next to him. Yeah. But he did not know anything outside of it. Like, he barely went to Athens, only for doctors. And even then he couldn't be bothered.
And he probably hadn't been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, we're living in a modern world, but there's still countries out there that are only up to, like, the 70s or 80s.
Oh, no, yeah, I know. But that's where that cult of personality comes back in.
Oh, not necessarily. There's just, it's just, like, nothing there in that country. Like, if there's no economy, there's nothing to push them, like, get money in there so that people can start.
Name a country.
A lot of it is like those.
Estonia.
No, Estonia is fine. Dude, I had a cold call.
I had it the other day.
Dude, I went through this the other day. Look at all these numbers.
Look, I got +65. Singapore.
Yeah, dude, I got +370. Okay, I'll tell you right now. That's Vilnius. Do you know what that is? I've Googled this 3 times because I keep forgetting where it is every time. Hang on.
It sounds like a Frenchy kind of.
Yeah, it's capital Lithuania. Yeah? They called me. Dude, they called me. I got, hang on, who else? I'm telling you, I keep getting these, man. Chad? I gotta call him Chad. Yeah.
Middle of the Congo. That's mad.
That's alright.
Seychelles?
Yeah.
Mauritius?
That's weird.
Yeah, hang on.
So it'd be more like the African country.
I don't like the African countries. Some of them like those.
Estonia?
Some are like Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, yeah.
Vanuatu? Who has call centers in Vanuatu, man?
No one.
Yeah, well, these people do.
It's just pinging off a satellite.
And Seychelles again. Hang on, let me ask you a question. These call centers, you answer it, you don't hear anything.
Nah.
No. I don't know what
You got to be careful now, even what you say when you answer the phone, because you got to make sure you don't
Voice
say
activated.
Yeah, you make sure you don't say yes or okay. No words of confirmation. Never say any words of confirmation.
They can ring up something and be like, yes, okay, blah blah blah.
Yeah, they can just say, "I am," your name, and I want to do this.
Yep.
And he just yes, and that's it.
You know what we've been getting? I mean, you wouldn't see it. You might have seen it. Our That's Not Right Facebook page over the last month or so, probably a bit longer, has been getting bombed by Illuminati not conspiracists, Illuminati brethren. I'm serious. I'm not even joking.
It has to be an episode that popped up on a hashtag.
Yeah. No, but it keeps happening. Like, obviously, it's just spammers like on Facebook just going nuts here with the robots. But dude, I'll read you like one of these posts, and I wanted to call the numbers because they've got numbers. Like, they've got a WhatsApp number 130555. They've got a call number, la. But it's like, dude, here's from Hassan Brain. This was 7th of October.
Hassan Brain.
Yeah. Welcome to the Great Illuminati Temple. Are you a businessman, politician, musical, footballer, DJ, student? You want to be rich and powerful and be famous in life? You can achieve your dreams by being a member of the Illuminati. La.
Hey, should you be putting that number out there? Maybe it's just for us to know.
This thing,
what are you giving away for
John Monday.
John Monday.
This is mad. He actually put some effort into this.
Dude, read John Monday.
Okay. This is from John Monday, and this is a post that Dim put up on the 18th of September of That's Not Right.
There's another one like on the 1st of May.
I want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. Smith, who finally helped me become a full member of the Great Illuminati Brotherhood. And now I am living my life in happiness. And I was once intelligent, and my life in extreme poverty and standard of living became so poor and low that I even thought of killing myself.
Yeah.
And he told me to get ready for my
initiation
day with all the new members. Has a certain reward of $50,000 on your initiation day. So I was invited to the Illuminati world, and a few days later I was awarded with the contract worth millions of dollars. Now, in my business, I'm doing very well right now. I did exactly what I was asked to do, and today the story has changed. I have up to 100 million USD in my bank account. I am living testimony, my dream, and all the wealth, fame, success, and riches I have ever desired. Okay, it's been made a reality. All the same, thanks to Mr. Smith, who made my dreams a reality by helping me become a member of the Great Illuminati. Hurry up now. You can WhatsApp him via +23 4807 067 3170.
Dude,
thank you, John Monday.
You know, there's a comedian
now
out there.
to Robbie Tuesday.
There's a comedian out there that actually replies to all these messages, and he strings them along.
Dude, I was going to say, should we call this number? I'm happy to call it from my phone. I don't care.
He strings them along, and he gets them on going for like months and months.
Yeah,
like trades for the money. Yeah,
and John Monday's been bombarding it hard.
Yeah, dude, it's just bots. I was going to say, I'll write it down. Hang on, was it?
Yeah.
Call from a payphone.
Hang on. No, dude, I'll call from my phone. I don't care.
House phone.
Hang on. I just want to see where this number is from. Hang on.
What's the worst that can happen?
2, 3.
Well, depends how paranoid you can think.
No, seriously, what is the worst that could happen? Honestly, think about it.
That's what we call it right now.
Do you have any
Alright, guys.
Do you have like credentials saved on your phone?
Instagram? I don't know.
Like for like payment options.
Monetary.
Yeah.
PayPal.
PayPal should be alright, but yeah.
That's what they do. We're going to call John Monday and Mr. Smith.
Okay, 23480706. Actually, you've got the number there. Read it out to me there, because I can't read my handwriting.
I just got rid of it.
Okay.
You can't read your handwriting as you're writing it.
0706 73170.
I forget the plus.
Right.
That's in Nigeria.
Put it in speaker.
It's in Nigeria.
Legit. That's Nigeria.
Put it on speaker.
Fuck it. I don't care.
What's your international plan?
I don't know. Probably cost me an arm.
It's going to cost you.
Fuck him.
Well, how are you going to tell Vodafone about it?
What about Vodafone?
Husband lives in Nigeria. Must be having a coffee break.
Why are you calling? You realise it's 3 in the morning?
Nah. It's not. Silence.
Yeah, of course.
You are such a dickhead. But dude, they've all got different ones. Yeah? Maybe we should contact via WhatsApp. How's that?
You know what?
Yeah, maybe.
Since all these dudes have started with all this, like, I have never become, like, when I used to answer the phone, like the house phone, like, I've still got a landline.
I love how it's like I've still got a landline.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I've still got one, and I never used to be this aggressive when I used to answer the phone. Like, we're on a do not call registry, and yet you still get calls, so you know it's not.
I haven't used a
someone you
home
know.
phone for like years.
So you know,
It calls up sometimes, and
Yeah, like the only people that can call you if you're on that registry, you can put your mobile on it, all right, as well. The only people that can call you are companies that do business with you. So if you're with the Combank, only the Combank. If you're with Origin Power, only Origin could call you. You know, we're with Optus. If we get a call from Telstra saying whatever, we know, what are you doing calling here? We know it's not you.
Yeah.
And all you got to say, as soon as they call up, like, before, like, all this crap used to happen, like, and just hello, you know, it'd be very easy going answering the phone now. Like, I've, like, never been
Paranoid.
not paranoid, but just aggressive. Like, you know, like, I know straight
hello.
away. Yeah, exactly. And
hello, sir.
you want to hear them, like, shut the phone as fast as possible. You just say, "This is a do not call number. What are you doing calling it?" And bang, you don't even get a chance to finish talking.
There's more, like, on our page, yeah? There's another one from David Williams, and they're a bit more forceful. It's like the Lord Baphomet has paved the way for all his women to join the great Illuminati. Do you know what I mean? Like, full on. Some of them are just like, yeah, I joined the Illuminati and I got millions of dollars, and some are like, the Lord Baphomet are gonna...
I love how all these secret societies are always also so mythical as well. Like, they use like, you know, like... mythical, like, supernatural names of, like, deities.
Yeah, well, Baphomet's meant to be what's it called? I keep forgetting. Hang on. Well, that number, like, I looked up another, because there's a few of these posts, on our page, and,
but it's always, you know, like...
Okay, well, Baphomet is a deity that the Knights Templars were falsely accused of worshipping.
Yeah.
Hang on. Baphomet, medieval Latin, is a deity the Knights Templar were falsely accused of worshipping, and that subsequently was incorporated in
their trial.
Disparate, occult and mystical traditions. Yeah, this thing.
The goat man.
The goat man. It's an image of a sabbatic goat created by Eliphas Levi. The arms bear the Latin words solve, separate, and coagula, join together. So separate and join together. Dude, it's a figure in Talmudic law. Lilith is a female demon in Jewish mythology. Leviathan's in it. The Hebrew letters are the 5 points of the pentagram spell out Leviathan, a mystical creature in Jewish law. And then the symbols are adopted by the Church of Satan. But dude, like,
It's not a cult.
man, I'm serious. I'm fucking
that's what
make some money.
Yeah.
I've called these numbers, nothing happens. Why? Like, why taunt me with the solutions to society?
Like, tell me, if you got him, give him
I'm
to me.
serious. Dude, I just called Nigeria, man. What time is it in Nigeria right now?
Let's have a
I've got
look.
no idea.
Have a look.
They're out on their smoker.
Yeah. Dude, like,
They're probably freaking out. Someone just called the number. What do we do?
Jerry, the phone.
Don't answer it. Just let it ring out.
It's currently 2:21 a.m.
There you go.
Well, the Lord Baphomet sleeps for no one.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm loving? All the, like, everyone, like, with the, what's that? It's that book that was written, and it's like that deity that has got, like, it's like an octopus. And it's like in,
You're describing what's his name from Futurama.
Zoidberg.
I can't remember his name now. And it's like one of the same writers as, like, J.R. Token, and, like, that did
The guy from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
No. It's like a writer from, like, the early 1900s, and it was his attempt at, like, sci-fi.
Hang on a second, let me look up that. What is it? J.R. what?
Token.
And then it might come up with other authors.
Yeah, other authors. Yeah. And he's like, it's this deity from, like, another parallel universe, and it's just like an octopus.
Well, you've got... Is it C.S. Lewis?
They've done it in South Park.
Check out C.S. Lewis. See
It's
what
like there's an X in there or a Z, like the name of this deity. But I can't remember what it's called.
Xenu.
No.
I was going to say, like...
A deity with an octopus face.
Yeah, but it's not it's like an author's attempt at, like, horror sci-fi.
In the 1800s.
1900s.
Okay. No, I got no idea. Dude, into the mic though. Do me a favour.
Cthulhu. You know Cthulhu?
Oh, that's Metallica.
Dude, Metallica's got a song called Cthulhu, man. They've actually released, no, that's Cthulhu.
It's like CTUHLU.
Dude,
Something like that.
Metallica wrote a song called Dream No More out of their last, and it's called, the part of the chorus is Cthulhu Awaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a running, not a running gag. It is. It's like a gag running, like it's a meme. It's pretty much a meme.
I'll get you to listen to the song later.
Yeah.
But they're saying
done it in
this
South Park.
Yeah. Cthulhu, yeah.
And it's like, he's the deity that everybody, like the world needs to like purify the world.
Dude, this has pissed me off now.
Nigeria.
All these Nigerians.
Cool seashells. Cool Mauritius.
I love it. Yeah, cool. We'll call them all. Why not? Well, those are all call center numbers. The ones that have called me, they're all call center numbers. I was just calling the Nigerian that was claiming that to be from the Illuminati. But I don't understand.
Well, John Monday lied.
Okay. Full of shit.
Fuck you, John Monday.
Okay, no, but think about it, right? The Illuminati, okay?
Yeah.
They claim, like,
There's a whole the Illuminati, they say, is like the continuation of the Masons. The Masons are the continuation of
The Templars.
The Templars.
Yeah.
And
It's a
the
secret
Templars-
society that controls the ins and
They
outs.
should have a hotline or something. Hello, the Illuminati hotline.
You know
We
what?
should just go
That's
talk-
Google. That's worth a Google search, man.
Maybe we
I'm
should
doing
just talk to our accountant,
Yeah.
tax man,
Yeah, our accountant's a Mason.
Mason.
Do you know
And
that?
we only know that.
Is that
thought I sent it to you.
LS and
Yeah.
Associates?
Yeah.
Is it?
I
Really?
thought I sent it to you in the
No.
group chat.
I can't remember.
And
maybe.
we only know that because, mind you, his wife confirmed it to me. 'Cause
Yeah,
she goes,
he
he can't
mentioned
make it
it.
because he's got it. We need you.
Dude, I wanted to join the Masons. They opened up in Brighton on the Pean Highway.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I wanted to join up.
Last one night on East. On
You sent them an email.
Don't you have to be like the son of a Mason or something?
don't
To
know.
save the life of a Mason?
Stone cutters.
We're killed you by cholesterol.
Dude, I want to join the Illuminati Brotherhood, and here's another phone number. There's an official website, official.org. Apply to become an Illuminati member.
On your first night, Demetrius, welcome in. This is the orgy room. This here is
You're an
the
idiot.
gate worshipping room.
Yeah, this is where you bathe in the blood of a goat.
Illuminati. But I don't get it.
And it's just like, audio that's red. Like it's like $2 shop version of a cult of Illuminati.
I don't get it, right? Like,
It's not even Coddy's, you know?
man,
It's a fucking Franklin's No Frills version.
people are fucked. What I don't understand, is
Yeah.
you've got the whole conspiracy theory that the Illuminati control everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's all part of the New World Order, and all these people have high positions, they control this and they control that, and blah, blah, blah. Then they throw in the devil worshipping and the satanism and all that sort of shit. Right? And the Baphomet bullshit
Yeah.
and all that. Which one is it?
Why can't it be both?
I'm being serious, dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, is it devil worshipping, or do you just sell your soul to whatever the hell they pray to, and then you get whatever you want?
Who knows?
You haven't looked into it?
Not really.
Like, you've read about the whole...
Secret, like stuff like that doesn't really interest me.
You've read about the whole mind control shit, yeah?
Is that like the LSD stuff in the 60s?
No. They've got the, how they're saying how all the young starlets of today, like Ariana Grande and every
Lizard
generation... No, they've been groomed to be like either sex slaves or...
Really?
Yeah. Or the mind control. It's called, hang on, I keep forgetting about it. We've mentioned this like early podcast episodes, man.
Yeah, but see, that goes into all that conspiracy theory stuff that I just can't. I don't have the time to look into all that stuff. It
MK
doesn't
Ultra.
No.
Yeah, it was a
interest
CIA mind control thing they say is put into Illuminati crap.
me. Okay.
Yeah, and there's videos of like, celebrities just freaking out or just going into trances. Beyonce, what's his name? That weatherman. He's on that morning show from the States. Al Roker.
Yeah.
Just staring off into space. Katy Perry. These are the more famous ones that I can think of.
Because it just can't be a celebrity that has all the money and could just be hopped up on drugs.
Nah.
Nah, it can't just be that.
No. It's not. It's mind control.
I've looked into the dark arts.
Dark arts.
I've looked into the dark arts.
I enjoy reading.
How do you think I got this lush beard?
What the fuck are you talking?
It has no white hairs whatsoever.
I've looked into the dark arts.
It's coming to know behind the curtain.
He's appeared.
Well, no, it's like the black magic shit.
Yeah. I've read up a lot. I love it.
Yeah, that exists.
And I love
in every,
reading about it.
But the black magic shit exists in every culture.
Yeah. Greeks
Russians,
believe in it a
Greeks,
lot.
Sicilians.
Yeah, man. The Italians, man, they love that
yeah.
shit, man. Like
yeah.
the Maya, all that
Yeah.
kind of shit. It's full on.
At what point? Where does that break away from every like? How the hell is that even still around?
The gypsies, man. The gypsies fucking
The
love
Roma.
that shit.
As much as I don't know. As much as Western society but likes to advance itself in technology and science, people still have that belief in the supernatural. And no matter what you present to them, they're still going to have that.
Did you see the one in I think it's Chile? I think it's Chile or Mexico somewhere. And it's like a whole town. It's like the town of the damned. It's literally like an open market for black magic stuff.
Oh,
I
really?
think it might be Mexico.
I think it's Mexico, near the border somewhere. I can't remember. I was watching a doco on YouTube ages ago, man. It's crazy. It's like a supermarket, like Queen Vic Market, but they sell like the voodoo dolls.
Oh, really?
The binding shit, you know what I mean, where they bind stuff up, rocks, tarot crap, like all that sort of shit. You know
Village
what I
of the
mean?
Damned in Mexico.
Is that where it is?
Yeah, Village of the Damned.
It was insane. They're full into it.
Mexicans go full. They what's that word when they're method, man? They go into full on.
Method.
Like even at Easter time. Is it Easter?
You're such a dickhead.
Yeah, it's at Easter time.
They're method.
They'll do crucifixions.
Oh, the mock crucifixion.
But they actually do it.
Yeah.
They'll nail a dude to a crucifix.
Yeah.
Just bang.
And that's what gets me.
But it's only the Mexicans that do it.
Dude, the countries where, it's really weird. The countries where, Roman Catholicism is, steeped part of the culture, ingrained in the culture, that's where they go the nuttiest. With, that sort of shit. Crucifixions, black magic, it goes on the other arc.
Yeah. Dude,
Tends to be the Latin countries, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so then you think, well, is that, if, let's say you eliminate, Catholicism from the equation, and you replace it with something else, would they still just be as, is it within their culture to be so...
Is it ingrained in the culture of,
deeply-
the actual country?
Deeply
Or
of the people, of Mexicans, of, Latins, Spanish, Italian,
Yeah.
Mexican, or whatever, South American, whatever, Latin. Is it within their culture to be so, not over the top, but so, like you said, just right, so
devout.
devout, yeah.
Method.
fanatical. They're fanatical, man.
Devout, like you're saying, yeah. So, if you replace that with, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Would they still be just as,
Troglodytism.
yeah.
Like a communist state.
Yeah.
I used that argument, I can't remember who I was arguing about. Someone said to me that without, they're preaching something about Christianity and blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what it was, and you need it to think. I said, well, hang on, man. The most devout Roman Catholics in the world are from El Salvador, Colombia, Venezuela, all these, South American, Central American countries. They're rife with corruption and crime. How does that work out? Okay, these people literally give everything they have to the churches. They've got the Christ the Redeemer as a national monument, but underneath Christ the Redeemer, you got literally favelas and slums.
Drugs, guns, prostitution.
A lot of those South American, Central American countries, though, they've been absolutely pillaged from Europeans when they went over there. They've just been
ripped apart.
Yeah,
man.
they discovered mines and whatever resources. They just took it all, and so there's nothing. Not that there's nothing there, but they're at the state which a lot of the Western countries were at 200 years
But
ago.
you think about the trade-up, yeah?
Yeah.
Think about that trade-up. The Spaniards went over.
Yeah.
They took the women, the gold, and the natural resources and left them with Christianity. And that's it, you know what I mean? It's yeah. Give us your gold. Here's a book.
Yeah.
Deal with that, brother.
It's
and look at him now.
You've taken everything from us. What can you give us? Roughly through the box.
As the boat sails away,
Throws a book.
leave us something.
Read this till I get back.
The guy hasn't been back yet.
But it's like Columbus Day. Is it Columbus Day that was just celebrated in the States?
Columbus, I think.
For Columbus Day.
Yeah, it's either Columbus Day or Patriots Day or something. And they said on a day where there was a meme about it, like the Indians, the Patriots, the Braves, like
I saw that.
Every form of like sports franchise in America with all those indigenous names, the name names,
I saw
they've
that
got
this
like
morning.
done.
Yeah.
It's like funny. We're celebrating like these teams getting done on this day, where
hilarious.
it's like a contrast.
Yeah.
Like, should they be celebrating Columbus Day in America?
Why not?
The same way they wanted to change Australia Day in Australia.
Why not?
Because of what he did. Well, he's not a national icon, man.
The thing that irks me a little bit about this is where
Look at his face. I know when you get on a tangent, you sort of lean back.
where's the concern for other countries that have gone through the same things, other civilizations that
No one
don't
cares
exist?
about other countries. This is America.
Exactly. Other civilizations that do not literally exist anymore
Yeah.
because of expansion by other countries.
I know. You don't
But
tell me.
nobody cares about them.
Mate, it's a dog-eat-dog world, mate.
Exactly. Don't they say survival of the fittest,
mate.
strongest?
That's
So
it.
therefore, too bad they rocked up.
Too
to
bad, so
they rocked
sad.
up to a world like now. Like we were talking about a little while ago, they come across like civilizations that are stuck in the Stone Age.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they just
Yeah.
leave them alone. 200 years ago, they didn't know that. So these people are inferior.
200 years ago. Try 80 years ago in Australia.
Yeah, or 80 years ago.
I'm just saying. Like,
Well, like the indigenous Australian, like here, the indigenous
Yeah.
Australians, they were in the Stone Age still.
Yeah.
All right, and it's
well,
unfortunate.
arguments suggest something else now.
Yeah, I remember what you were saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they weren't like running around.
The
with
greater
rifles
idea, the
and
greater
muskets.
belief.
Yeah,
The greater belief is
I
that
remember
they
you
were
saying.
still,
yeah, but
hunter-gatherers.
They were.
Dave Chappelle, hunter. I take it you're a hunter-gatherer.
I think so.
If that's what you want to call it. Well, what would you call it? I am an alcoholic.
Isn't it calling Blackfeet?
Hunter-gatherer. Yeah,
It's Blackfeet.
What's your name? He goes, my name is Blackfeet.
Blackfeet.
And then, like, when he starts hallucinating from the weed, come on, Blackfeet. Blackfeet.
Yo, man, it's Blackfeet. Take it easy.
But that's what.
You're welcome to sleep among our tribe. And they give my own teepee and shit. It's kind of fucked up because they had houses. I love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, that's just what irks me. Like people are like modern people now are judging actions that were done 200 years ago, 300 years ago, with today's standards compared to standards of a completely different.
It's totally different.
Civilization. Like even though you got Americans in the year 2018,
Yeah.
they're completely different to the Americans in the 1880s.
Absolutely.
It's not the same type of like.
But the
civilization.
mentalities.
The mentality's kind of, yeah. But what I'm getting, like, it just irks me because it's like, well, forget the fact of what else the guy did. It's just one thing they're going to concentrate on.
Well, what else has Columbus done?
I don't know. Other stuff.
Pillage.
Didn't he find like a passage through the Indies or something? No.
He was looking for a passage.
was looking
through
for
the-
a
Let me look it up.
He was looking for a passage through the Indies to
Yeah.
get to China or whatever.
But I mean, it's just like, like instead of, I don't know, it just annoys me. It's
Yeah.
like there's no concern like whatsoever for like
He looked really unhappy.
he did.
Columbus. He's got
Really unhappy man.
He didn't like his portrait being taken. No photos.
He didn't like candid photos. He didn't
Yeah,
like being
yeah.
posed.
Like, where's the concern for the the people from Congo?
Oh,
from
dude.
what Belgium did to them.
No one knows about that. No one cares.
Like, where's the concern for like the people from? Was it the Zulus? The England, like what they,
I think it was the Zulus.
the Zulus.
I'm not
Where's-
sure.
Like that wasn't so much. I don't think like.
Yeah, but I might have said it on the quick public service announcement I recorded the other day. People should be taught world history
Oh yeah, definitely.
to a better degree than we learn now.
Of course.
Like when we were in SOS, what did we learn about? Captain Cook
What
landing,
did SO stand for again?
study of society and ecology or something.
I don't
I can't, environment,
Yeah.
study of society and environment.
Yeah, something
like that.
Yeah, we learned.
What did we learn about?
I can't remember.
I honestly don't remember what we were taught about.
All my history that I learn is I learn after school.
Yeah, same.
You're right. Indies.
It was the Indies.
But he did everywhere, obviously.
Yeah, he was like
he was the
in
guy.
China too. I
Yeah.
think.
The Mongols and stuff.
Yeah,
He said he
like the dude. He got
travelled,
around.
man. He was
got
well
around.
travelled.
All he did was just discover. He discovered.
They brought the Western world to
Yeah, exactly.
wherever it was going.
It's not his fault. Spain decided to pitch the crap out of South America. You know?
What do you mean? He landed and took whatever they had.
Yeah, I know, but then it's
women, gold.
It's the continued occupation.
Yeah.
That's what then happened. They did that all.
But back then, that's what it was. That's what it
was. The strong took from the weak.
Okay. But
They wanted to try diplomatic relations with a lot of
there's
these.
a question. Do you think it's right for them to tear down the statues of Robert E. Lee in the southern states? Because he's literally this is the
We spoke about this last time as well.
And we're talking about Americans. We're not talking about anything in Australia.
No.
Yeah, but they want to start doing that here too now.
Yeah, they want to remove
whatever starts in America.
It's reform.
Funnels out into other countries.
Okay, look this way. You know what it's like? It's like the displaying of the swastika.
Yeah.
Yeah? Actually, I brought this up yesterday with Golfarb. Yeah? Did we tell you about that? We were talking about that last time with the World War II.
Oh, sorry.
game?
Yes.
And how they're removing the swastika from it. It's still based on World War
But we
II.
said, what's the point then?
Yeah. Then
If you're going to be factual.
Yeah. Or if they're Nazis or what.
Well, it's come out, I've discovered that it's actually illegal to display swastikas other than educational purposes.
Yeah,
So it is an educational purpose.
Well, it's a video game. I do get it. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But it's part of history.
Yeah. I think it's outright illegal in Germany. I don't think
in Germany, it's illegal.
yeah.
And you can't have it at all.
But what I'm saying is, it's educational in a way of that's history. You can never take that away.
No, of course
I'm not backing it.
No.
But it's while I'm looking at the German imperial flag.
The point,
yeah. It's part of history. You can never take that away from that.
No, but by eliminating history and only teaching what you want to teach.
Well, that's being biased.
Yeah,
That's
true,
exactly what we're talking about.
But there's, the saying, history always repeats itself.
Yeah.
All right. Now, is that because back then they didn't have as much knowledge as we have now, and they didn't know about whatever might have happened in ancient Rome?
I just think they were more hard asses.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, hang on. Right now, we're all connected, okay? Whether we like it or not, we are connected on a universal platform, and it's good, has its pros and its cons, okay? Mm-hmm. And I think the pros outweigh the cons by a million miles, right? Now, there's an earthquake in Burma, or some slaughter of, indigenous tribes, and we know about it.
Yeah.
And people are up in arms and try to do something about it. They raise awareness to shit, yeah? Mm-hmm. The sex trafficking industry has existed for fucking eons.
Yeah.
But now they're only raising awareness to what happens in the slums of India or in Bangladesh.
Slavery's still rampant today.
Dude, slavery still... Remember those videos of the Africans in... where was it? In... It was an Arab nation. Maybe it was Somalia or something.
Dude, when I went to Dubai, right, you should see the amount of Indians and Pakistanis that are being forced. Slaves, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, building these buildings. Cheap labour camps.
What are the two big tall... The
Burj.
The Burj, yeah.
Got built by Indian...
How many people died? How many contractors died on that?
Dude, I had my hotel across from... They were building another hotel, whatever, big building. And I'm looking at these guys... And my first thought was, where the hell is WorkSafe?
Yeah.
WorkSafe.
These guys are wearing thongs, man, and a hard hat. Dude, these guys are wearing thongs, dude, and they get picked up in big buses, droves, and taken to a slave camp.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible. I look at this shit and go, this is still happening. It's fucked. It's fucked.
But I'm just saying, we're at that point. But you know what, man? It's like the idiots burning their Nikes in America, to protest against the Kaepernick thing.
Idiots.
It's like, dude... There's still a kid somewhere in Taiwan, sewing this shit together for
3 cents.
Yeah. 30 cents a day. No one's up in arms about that. But we know about it to create numbers. Now, I think the point of us being networked is far outweighs, not being networked. Because now we know and we can talk. And as far as things like the Me Too movement, the Me Too movement should have happened 50 years ago. Right? As in, I'm not talking about... Okay, you know what?
I think it did. I think it did. It wasn't called first wave feminism.
That wasn't a Me Too movement. That was feminism.
Yeah, but that was just...
That wasn't even the first wave of feminism.
On their Twitters in the 50s.
You've still got... you still had the suffragettes in the England.
The
suffragettes in the UK. There was suffragettes in the UK in the early turn of the century. Mary Poppins era. Women were getting the right to vote.
She was a hoe.
Mary Poppins. Yeah, yeah, dude, she got around.
She got around, mate. Don't worry.
Dude, but that was the point. Like, as in, things like equality, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, this should all be part of the greater good.
Yeah.
And it should have been part of the greater good a long time ago. And we're finally starting to come to terms with it. But I know what you're saying, all right, if you want to, like, in regards to the Me Too movement. Dude, I went and got fish and chips, like, yesterday. Was it yesterday? What day is it today? Wednesday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Fuck, I've lost my days, man. I went out and got fish and chips yesterday out in Port Melbourne. You know Rex Hunt's old fish and chip shop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting inside, having a feed, and this kerfuffle starts. So we've turned around, I'm looking, like, at the crowd, and there's a girl, and she's arguing with this sort of middle-aged wog dude, yeah? And she starts screaming, "Don't fucking touch me!" Fucking, like, la la la. And he's like, motioning to her, whatever, and she's like losing her shit. She's like, "I'll call the police, la la la." And he's like, "Call him. Like, what are you going to say?" And she kept swearing her head off. And then the guy behind me, like, cracked. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "Can you watch your language? Like, we've got a child here." And she just kept going, la la la. And he's like, they've all cracked it. And she's like, "I'm calling the cops," you know. And she walked out. So I've asked the middle-aged, I go, "What happened?" "Oh, they're having dinner, like, at the table." And she sat down on the edge of the table, like, as in she put her ass down on the edge of the table. He's like, and he's asked her, "Can you move, please, because you're sitting, like, where we're eating."
Yeah, yeah.
And she's just ignored him, or whatever, or said, like, "Fuck off," or whatever. And so he's, like, pushed her off, like, "Can you please get your ass off where my food is?"
Yeah, yeah.
And she's cracking, like, "Don't fucking touch me." And then, dude, for the rest of the meal, like, for half an hour, she was literally, like, skulking around outside. Like, on her phone, taking, like, photos of the dude, and, like, just on the phone. And it looked, honestly, like a girl arguing with cops to come down.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then
The guy's like, "Look, man, he didn't do anything wrong."
And at one point she came back in and was talking to the restaurant, and apparently cracked it because no one got involved and helped her.
Yeah.
But dude, you planted your ass. The funny part was, dude, all her friends sat down and ate.
And she's...
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
When there's... See, like, that... Stuff like that annoys me, man. Like,
Yeah.
it just, like, chafes the balls.
That's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous.
That's a great call, chafe
But that
the
just
balls.
comes from, like, having manners.
Yeah, of
You know
course.
what I mean?
That's
common
common.
courtesy.
And that
common
girl didn't
courtesy,
know
common
that people
decency.
eating.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't go and just put your ass on someone's table while they were eating?
No.
She didn't see a problem with it.
See, that's fucking,
When
that's just
there's-
manners and being
Yeah.
entitled little shit.
When there's genuine issues of
That's what I'm
inequality and, like,
Yeah.
what's the
I
word?
think the
Like,
generational gap, and then just with society in general, they're moving away from that.
Yep.
But at the same time, we're finding out about greater shit.
I think
does
they
that make
shouldn't.
sense?
Yeah, I think they shouldn't tear that stuff down.
Yeah, no, that's
because
what-
even though it might not be the right thing, it still it stands out as a reminder.
But I know. I'm not saying they should tear it down.
But by tearing it down, then that's going to create either like what's the word? Resentment.
Okay.
Hostility.
Hang on.
By the people who, whether or not they like Southerners that do, like, you know, whether not that they look up to him, but like in a sense, well, like that's like a Southern hero.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though he was a bad dude or whatever, he was the
Dude,
leader of the, you know.
But the Southern dude, the
I know
the
it was
Civil
all about
War
slavery.
Was all about slavery.
Yeah.
So,
but by removing evidence of what was,
yeah.
leaves a void for it to happen again. Because you're eliminating history. You're selectively choosing what you want to keep. And that, my friend, is what leads to...
I'm gonna fucking strangle
That
you.
is what leads to... I've forgotten the word
You
now.
are such a pious knob, man.
I've forgotten the word.
What?
Communism and... No, that's... yeah,
a bit different.
Totalitarian states.
Yeah, exactly. But I was... What's the word?
What?
Mussolini's Italy. What were they?
The fascists.
Fascist. That's what leads to fascism.
Yeah. But that is fascism.
Yeah,
in a
but
sense.
that's And so, like, did you know in America in like the early 1900s, if you were even thought of being a communist, they would deport you? Any type of rhetoric that came along as communism, like communist thinking, you were out of the country just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that, all right? Because that's how people don't realise how dangerous that thinking is. You know, people can say, oh, you know, because everyone should be equal with...
Extreme communism, you mean?
All communism leads to that.
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen any evidence of good communism. They've tried it.
Don't get me started.
They tried it. They tried it in the 19th century, and I think the body count of over 200 million people is proof that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
All right?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Because
Look at him. He's
So serious. Just,
I'm not biting. That's right. I'm not biting. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
he wants to bite. He wants you to bite.
No.
No, I'm just saying that's what it is.
A good
That's
point.
it.
It was a good point.
Like how many people have to die because of a cause before you write it off and go, that doesn't work.
I mean, if it's up to
Actual
that,
communism, what it's based on, doesn't even reflect of what the original like ideology is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that is the for that to work, like for communism to exist, you have to like give up liberties to the government. So you have to let them do that.
no person should.
Yeah. So like they let them become.
We're in
that
2018.
authority.
That's the problem. We're in 2018.
Yeah.
Nothing of what is labelled now reflects remotely close to what it was when it was created. As in, like, okay, I'm not talking about any.
Go to all these protests. People are standing there saying, "Oh, we should, the whole country should just be communist now." They're saying it.
They've got no idea what it means.
Exactly, but that's what they're being taught.
It's a movement.
Regardless,
It's
yeah,
cool.
It's like all the rednecks
but
in the
regardless
States.
if they don't know or if they do, they're still calling
they
for
think
it.
that Medicare is going to lead to communism, but communism is bad. Well, what is communism? They don't actually know. But it's like the GOP, yeah? They want to be, they're against Medicare run by an Obama thing.
Yeah.
But now they're going to have a better Medicare plan. They still don't have one, but they don't know what it is.
Yeah,
And
like there's socialist structures in there that are alright,
Yeah.
But then you think like it's like but then that's what's happened. Like in countries, like you got people that rely on handouts. Like they're waiting because of certain structures that are set up. Then they're expecting the government to fix all their problems in their life.
And that's just laziness.
Yeah.
Man. There's a difference. That's a cultural thing as opposed to a political thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
There
but
are elements in socialism which exist in Australia.
Yeah, I know,
like
I know.
universal healthcare.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But we're not
Welfare.
a socialist. We're not a socialist country.
no.
See what I mean? It's literally.
Yeah, these aspects.
You've got 6 billion people or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Everyone is going to have an idea, an opinion. Some of them will work, some of them won't. It's about filtering it out so there's a balance, but we don't lose everything else.
No, I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is when people come out and say, we need to go to communism because that's what's going to work.
The Muppets.
They're Muppets. Exactly.
But they don't even-
then, and then you talk to them, do you know about this? Do you know about that? And they're like, oh, no, you're just making stuff up.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's the point.
And then the very people that are calling other people, fascists or Nazis, they're displaying Nazi-like
Traits.
and fascist-like traits, and they're the ones
Like,
that
hang
are
on a
actually
minute.
supposed
You're the one
to
that's fucking doing it.
Exactly.
I was going to say to you, I was going to bring this up before, I forgot to mention it. Speaking of, it's full circle, speaking of Woody Allen and Sung Lee.
Yeah.
There's a video that popped up on the net the other day. It popped up ages ago. It was doing the rounds.
I like where this is going.
Man. It was Demi Moore kissing one of her co-stars.
She's still around.
This is when she was like 19. She was 19, and this is she was
64.
kissing a kid from General Hospital.
Yeah.
Like,
How old would he have been?
it was his 15th birthday.
Oh, well, she's giving him a birthday pic.
No, she's making out with him on camera.
Really?
Around his birthday, something like full, going at it. He's like, yeah, I love him, blah blah blah, all this shit, blah blah blah.
How old was she?
And
19.
was married. I'm pretty sure
she was
married at the
19.
time. Yeah,
And he was 15.
and they're coming out and saying if that was the reverse,
We've been all over.
look it up. Demi Moore kissing kid. I'm telling you. And they'll
See, that's
say-
what I'm getting at. Like, stuff that's happened years ago. If that kid was so traumatized, he would have come out and said something.
They said that if it was the reverse at that time, even you know what I mean, like even like today, as in if they had footage of a dude who was like Ryan Reynolds at 19 making out with some 15-year-old co-star, that dude he'd be in jail. He would be in jail, like literally. And then Demi Moore's
Passionately kissing boy.
that sounds so bad. Boy, he's 15 years old.
Yeah.
And then you got Dave Chappelle. How old is 15 really?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Dude, how old is 15 really?
Who is that kid, though?
He's just a co-star on General Hospital.
Philip Tanzini.
Stuff like
He's
that.
Italian. Philip Tanzini.
Hey, they get started early.
Hey, Demi. Get your fine ass over here.
Yeah, seriously.
Sit your ass here.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
And they said, if that was...
he's full making out. Like, but
If that was a male actor doing that to a younger female actor, it'd be over. The guy would be in jail right now. Literally. Without even questioning it. So at what point do you...
But then I think...
Here we go. Choose your words carefully, man. Have a long think. We'll come back to it if you'd like.
Young Demi Moore, man.
Public opinion now is what basically dictates everything.
Of course it does.
So
That's why we're connected.
yeah, but like now because we're so connected, people are already condemned before they've even had a chance to go through due process.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Due process only exists when it's convenient. Like, dude, like the Kavanaugh,
He still got approved, didn't he?
he went through. Of course
Yeah,
he did.
yeah.
Of course he was going to go through. But all this shit that came out with him, right? Like all these all these women accusing him of sexual assault when he was in college, la la la, and the GOP heads like Trump and all that saying, "Oh, we'll give it a week, maybe a week, no more than that." You know, why? How can you jump down his throat, la 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 la? Like, you don't know anything and this and that. There's such thing as due process. But when they accused Obama of having a fake birth certificate. It's like he's not. They were kicking him to the curb before everything ever happened.
Yeah.
The flip of it.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I saw this. It was like best comebacks to like stuff people had said.
Yeah.
And it was like Obama sitting on Jay Leno's couch. And he's like, "Oh, what do you got to say about why is Trump always coming after you? This and this and that." And Obama's sitting on the couch. He's like, "Well, you see, when we were kids back in Kenya, like the two of us were making Kenya together."
But dude,
No, but I mean, like, people are already convicted in the public's opinion. That's the whole reason why people's names aren't released to the media before they've gone to court. All right.
yeah.
So, like, and like now that just doesn't exist. You're arrested for whatever it is. Even if you're like just a person of interest, you're not even like going to be like arrested. You could just be brought down. The media's already linked you to a certain event.
Yeah.
You did it. You're guilty. Public opinion, social media gets behind it, and now you've been accused of, like, I don't know, rape or child molestation or assault or, whipping it out in front of a whole bunch of women. Like, whatever it is, Now, you might have just been brought to...
That was a phase in the 80s and 90s,
it doesn't matter. It's just, like...
trendy.
Once you're in there, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Think about this. Who was behind the shooting in the theatre?
The Batman...
The clown
Yeah.
Did he actually get convicted of anything yet?
I think so.
Yeah, man.
These guys, like these... And we're talking about Americans now, man. And we're talking about these white nationalist dudes that come out, commit some mass killing, 10, 16 people, and then there's due process, like, all the way.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, we keep saying America, but that is all creeping here now, too.
Of course it is.
It's all here. It's everywhere. Any country, like, Canada is, like, the worst country to go to at the moment. Because you can't even, like, you talk to someone the wrong way, you've been
watching too many Jordan Peterson videos.
But not even Jordan Peterson here as well. Like, even here, I was just sitting, I was flicking around the other day, and I just happened to drop onto Studio 10, alright?
Of course you did.
I just happened to drop on there for literally 10 seconds.
I thought that show got canned.
I think it's about to.
Thank God.
And Joe Hildebrand, like, he's just sitting there, and they're talking about something. They're talking about something, and he just, like, his job is to explain stuff. Yeah. He's the stats man. Yeah. That's his job. He sits there and he gives the background, the context on everything. Something about feminism or whatever, and he just talks about it. Goes back to the host. "Oh, thanks for mansplaining that." I'm like, this is why this show is a piece of crap now.
It's always a piece of crap.
Someone had to take over Jessica Rose's, position.
If I was Joe, I'd burn down the set. I'd lose it one day during filming. It's because it's live.
Yeah.
You know what
I will just light up a smoke, flick it.
Yeah. I would sit there.
Like, she might have said that as a joke, who knows? But still, that's coming across
okay.
on...
But if a man was to say, "Oh yeah, that's rich coming from a woman."
Yeah. Why you being so hysterical?
Excuse me?
Why, like, we need to calm down the hysteria. You remember on... And they lost
That's what I'm saying. So there's a double standard here.
Yeah, of course.
It's ridiculous.
Pull out a smoke and open a flask.
Yeah.
Openly drink and smoke.
You see, like, that Russian bird? That article I sent you? Like, they're saying it's a hoax, but she's saying it's real.
Oh, the bleach.
She's pouring bleach on dudes' crotches.
Oh, yeah, I saw the video on that, saying it's fake.
They're saying it's fake. The government's saying it's fake, but she's coming out saying it's true. But she's saying she's dropping bleach that's 30 times more concentrated than normal household bleach onto guys who had their legs apart on the train.
But that's assault.
I asked mum, like, if I was to just put normal bleach on you, on the skin,
Yeah. Oh, it burns.
it burns. I go, what if it was 30 times worse? She goes, like, that's it, like,
Yeah,
there's
you're
damage getting done. So then I was like, if she's doing that to people, she's lucky she's still got teeth.
Yeah.
She just pauses, the guys are freaking out, and she just runs off. You know, like,
Yeah. That's assault.
yeah, that's assault. And then, like, if you were to do that,
it'd be
to a
used as a
woman-
deadly weapon because it's
Yeah,
30 times.
With intent.
acid.
With intent to cause bodily harm.
Yeah.
it's acid, man.
Yeah.
You're pouring acid on people, man. That's what they did to politicians back in like the 50s.
Yeah.
Literally in socialist countries. They'd pour acid on them like at rallies and shit.
Get going.
You got a
man.
bit?
It's 1 o'clock.
I was going to say, we'll close on this one thing, man.
Yeah.
See Sammy Newman come out and say he's announced
yeah.
he won't be on.
If they don't renew the footy show, that he's retiring from TV and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's 70 though, man.
he's 70, but he came out basically saying, like,
You know what he's
done.
doing? He's threatening them.
Threatening him
Yeah.
with what?
He's doing it in his own way. Because he thinks he's the star of the show. So,
He's the star of the show.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. So if you don't renew, I'm walking away from Channel 9.
Who's the host now on that anyway?
Eddie.
Eddie's back. Yeah.
He's, they got rid of the Bradshaw, didn't they?
Yeah, Brayshaw.
Bradshaw.
Bring back Trevor
APA.
Marmalade, mate.
And wasn't there, was it Madden?
Yeah, what's
Rebecca
her name?
Madden.
Is she still on it?
Yeah, she was preggers, I think, but she's still
yeah.
on it. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it in years.
But all of a sudden, all these footy shows and stuff have got women hosts. I think we've gone a bit crazy, PC crazy, man. Like, because Rebecca Madden knows her footy, and she does. Like, I'll give her that, because she's a reporter.
The only people I know, like,
But the
is
NRL,
the one that's got the list.
You know the
What's her
NRL
name?
got,
Carolyn Wilson.
yeah, she knows her stuff.
Yeah, but she attacks. She goes nuts.
Yeah.
But the NRL footy show got axed.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Because, and this is not because she's a woman, but because she didn't know rugby that well.
Yeah.
So they just had her on there to please the masses. And it got axed after 25 years.
It's not to please the masses, it's to please the demographic.
Well, there you go. Sorry, yeah.
It's not a female
Yeah.
representation.
And it's nothing to do with her being a female.
Yeah.
She just didn't have that kind of knowledge, you know.
But was there that demand for a host to be there? Like,
No,
a new host?
it's just because-
and that's what's going into, like, people now.
Sadie
companies-
Vorton and all that did a great job.
Yeah, like you got, like, whether it's movies, TV shows, games, whatever it is,
Ghostbusters.
different types of media. They're trying to. They're ignoring their demographic, their main consumers,
Yeah.
to please a small minority that probably doesn't even watch.
All right, well,
or
then
consume that media.
All right, well then get like a blokey tradie, yeah, to go do like a Mac makeup fucking commercial.
Or to do a host on The View.
Exactly. Like, what do you reckon women would watch it? Like, what does this guy know about fucking makeup?
Yeah.
You know
Why
what's
are you saying I don't know
Put a
about
guy in
makeup?
charge of the bra department at Myer.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That'd be a good job.
There was one a couple of years ago. He was the first guy to do it.
I think you need a
This
bit
guy
more
as well.
lift.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit more.
You know what's funny, man?
More
I'll
volume.
close on this. I've been looking to finish off the rest of my sleeve, and I'm going to add an asterisk comic, like here, just a page. So I've been going through all the asterisks to see what page I would put on there. I started reading all the old comics, and there was it was one of the last episodes, one of the last actual books they did, after one of the founders died. And it was about a female bard goes to the village, and bards are men, yeah? And she's basically...
I just looked at him like...
But Asterix is really good because it's got a lot of political sort of elements to it. Like I remember the book called Obelix and Co. was about socialism, yeah? So this one with the female bard, it introduces feminist ideals into like an old world. And it's funny because they bring her in and all the women are behind her like, gosh, she's the best and la la la. Yeah, we need a female bard, like blah, blah, blah. And then they're having like a big feast for her. And it's like, oh, bard, please sing us something, this and that. And like, will be 10 times better than anything we've ever had. Show these men like what it's about. So she starts singing and it's like terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
And the women are just like speechless and all the men just dying of laughter.
It's like, what up?
Laughter. Yeah. Literally. Yeah. Dude, it's the truth.
It's true. It's like, yeah, you can like. I got no problem who's talking, but if
long
they
as
don't
you know
know
your
what
stuff.
if they don't know their stuff, like, what are you doing here?
I don't care if you're male, female, blue, green, alien. I don't give a fuck. As long as you know the subject that you're talking about.
It was it's a postmodern feminist, man. I can't remember her name. I keep forgetting it. One of my mates loves her, and she had a quote, and it was something along the lines of, "Women need to stop trying to do everything that men do. They weren't meant to do everything men do. They're meant to do everything that men can't do." Literally.
How does it make men feel that, like, we can't do everything that women do? Can't give birth. Do you know what I mean? We don't try. We don't say equal rights. We want to give birth. Like, what the fuck, man?
Not to get fired up again.
Anyway.
But no, hang on.
Too late.
Not to get fired up, but I'll bring up one thing. Like, now that you're saying that, yeah? I'll make it quick, right? There was a dude.
Make it snappy.
This guy, Dante Palmer, father of 3 boys, ignited many online conversations after his older son snapped a photo of him struggling to change his younger son's diaper in a public bathroom. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right? Says that dad's Instagram has gone viral for showing the struggle of not having changing tables in men's restrooms. Yeah. Yeah? Dude, if you were looking after Eli and you had to go to Chatty for whatever reason,
I would have to change him, like, either in his pram.
Yeah.
Or like on the table. I can't really walk into the fucking
But
thing.
in the changing room, just a changing room?
Yeah, they've got now, like, gender neutral.
Yeah, but
fucking,
it's dominated
just
by
like
women.
toilets.
But
It's just
as a
a
male,
changing room. Yeah.
I would feel uncomfortable going in there because it's an all-female environment. Do you know what I'm saying? People will look at you differently. So now I have to change my son in his pram, and it's a fucking struggle.
Yeah.
It's legit, it's a struggle, man. I'll change him, and it's like, so being at home, I'll change him on his change table, whatever. But I was to walk in to, like, a changing room at Chatty or Southland or whatever, and there's all females there, and they're changing their kids, they're going to look at me differently because I'm a male.
Yeah, you feel uncomfortable.
Fucking oath.
And having said that, I remember reading this on in the Humans in New York page, yeah? And I can't bring it up, like I don't remember exactly where it is. But basically, the gist of the guy talking, he was saying about how him and his partner split up, and he had like 2-3 kids or whatever. So it was a battle between, custody and all that sort of shit. And he says, my ability to be a parent was downplayed, like in court, and basically all rights are handed to women. Like, without even thinking.
True.
I actually learned some stuff about courts with family,
Family law?
Family law.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, guys, how it's like it's always more towards the women.
Female, yeah.
Apparently, guys are doing things wrong when that process is going through.
Yeah.
Not every guy.
Yeah, I know. But,
Every guy.
like, the simple act of leaving the house, you shouldn't leave the house if you're going through a divorce. You
Yeah.
should stay at the house, because just by you leaving the house so she can live there, even though you might want her back, like,
What
by
happens if
you
she
leaving
throws
it,
you out?
she can't. And just walk back in.
Yeah, but it gets a thing.
By you showing that you are willing to leave the house means that you
Okay,
are willing
different.
to separate with it.
Yeah. Well, dude.
No, that's a bullshit call.
No, it's apparently it's like that is very like common that people don't know. Like just by leaving the house and like going, all right, you can stay here until we resolve this. No, it's not on. And there was something else about like it was about the kids. Like as far as in the court's eyes. Like obviously you're both the parents, but the child is both yours. It's not like it's the mother's, and then you're fighting.
Absolutely,
yeah,
it's both. Yeah.
But like what was it? It was along the lines of like, I can't remember now, but it had something to do with child custody.
Well, I just found that the one that I was telling you about, right? It's this dude sitting in New York somewhere, yeah? Says, I'm a single father raising a teenager. We're meeting here in a few minutes to go on a run. I'm trying to teach him discipline and focus. He's had some problems paying attention in school, so I don't want to put him on medication. His mother and I divorced when he was 4. She's a good person. She's very appreciative of what I've done. She wasn't ready to be a parent. I was in a much better place, so she didn't fight me on custody. But it scares me to think if she had. The courts are set up against men. They almost always determine that women should raise men and men should pay child support. I don't understand it. There's a big push to see women as equal workers. Why can't men be equal parents?
Yeah.
And that's the point I was making about the dude trying to change his son, literally crouched down over a toilet, holding him in his fucking lap.
And struggling to change him.
You know
He's not
what I
going
mean?
to put him on the floor. He's not going to put the baby on the floor.
Why is it? Yeah, there's this big fucking noise about women being equal workers, equal blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, but what about, say, parenting? Yeah, we can't breastfeed children, but we can feed them with a bottle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
how many get fed by bottle now anyway?
Like, dude, I guarantee.
My son gets fed by bottle.
Dude, I guarantee next day off, if, say, you can't do the podcast or whatever, and this guy has a day off, doesn't put his son in daycare, so we get the chatty. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, he needs to be changed. Where's he going to go? In the all-female fucking change room. Or like, the bathrooms that have changing facilities that are literally, the icon for him is a woman with a baby.
Yes. Yes. But why not have a man with a baby?
Do you know what I mean?
So
they made the big fuss about those stupid fucking traffic signals, with the gender neutral fucking things or women. It's like, who gives a shit, man?
Yeah.
Can I cross here? That's it.
I just want to cross without getting hit by a car.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't care.
That is it.
You want to have a woman? Have a woman.
Yeah.
I just want to know if it's green or red.
That's what I mean. Anyway, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, all right, we'll wrap it. You got Malika. It's 10 past.
It's all right.
Jesus, this is the first episode we've done like over a month.
Yeah, good to be back. It actually feels good to be back.
All right, wrap it. I hope
Like, share, subscribe.
I'm going to try that stupid Illuminati kind of thing.
Do it.
I'll try the other numbers. I'm going to sit down in front of a computer. I wonder what that call in Nigeria cost me, man.
About $4.
Are they party? Who are you with your phone?
Optus.
I forget it.
Yeah, Nigeria wouldn't be in
Does
the...
Optus have like a Vodafone's red plan? Or you got
Yeah, but it's with like Greece, Italy, Germany,
And Chad.
Turkey.
yeah, Chad. There's no Nigeria.
Dude, get the hostile nations package.
Did the phone?
Sudan, Somalia, Chad, Saudi Arabia. What's the other one?
The African
Coast.
Is it called the African Horn? Is that what they call it? The African
Horn of Africa,
Get the
yeah.
Horn of Africa. package.
Botswana.
Yeah,
Botswana.
and that nation in the Arab thing.
The Zulu nation.
No, in the Arab UAE, they're like at war with everyone.
Oh, Oman.
Is it Oman?
Yeah.
Oman.
They
Yemen.
hate everybody.
Yemen.
Yemen. That's a country. Yeah, man.
I love when we used to say that pizza guy around the corner from my house is from Yemen.
From Yemen for sure.
He's Turkish or Armenian, like one of the two.
Hey, he's from Yemen.
He's from Yemen because he's
Just like
angry. Because he's angry.
He's always angry.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, yeah, like, share, follow, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Call it.
Juke leverage out.